That's not all. Believe it or not, 3 whole years before Cassie finally broke free from Diddy, Wendy was already raising the alarm about Diddy's controlling behavior. So back in 2015, Cassie and Diddy were reportedly hitting a rough patch, and rumors were swirling that Cassie had to jet off to South Africa to get away from him. And Wendy actually talked about this on her show, and she even suggested that Cassie must have been terrified, knowing that Diddy could track her down anywhere in the world and use his influence to cover up anything he wanted. November 2023, and Cassie finally dropped that bombshell lawsuit against Diddy, basically confirming everything Wendy was hinting at for years. Cassie said in her lawsuit that she tried coming. Back in 2017, just months before Cassie finally managed to escape, Diddy actually showed up on the Wendy Williams show. And on the surface, it looked like they had finally buried the hatchet. They were laughing, joking about their past beef, and it seemed like they were all friendly again.
I know I pissed a lot of people off, including you. But this is a full circle moment, everybody. Get into adult conversation.
But now that Diddy has been officially indicted on multiple charges, that same interview on Wendy's show feels like a completely different story. And if you really watch Diddy, it actually looks like he was silently warning Wendy to stay in her lane and not cross him.
I must say it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And I want to just tell you how proud I am of you. Because I don't think you get enough credit for being the first one to really cover our culture. You know, hip-hop culture and also hip-hop celebrities and just understanding that it's new. It's not just saying that's all that you cover, but you started shedding light on our culture and our people, and thank you very much.
And then when Diddy mentioned meeting Wendy's son, Kevin Jr., you could practically feel the tension in the air. Wendy immediately got uncomfortable and tried to quickly change the topic.
As the mother of a now 16-year-old.
Who I met backstage,
He did?
He's great young man.
Oh, thank you. You represent a lot to a lot of people in general. I mean,
people think that Diddy said this to intimidate her because, I mean, we all know Wendy knew a lot about what was going on in Hollywood. If you haven't watched this interview, I suggest you do, because I couldn't believe how much Diddy was lying throughout this entire video. He was actually dating Cassie during this time, and when he was asked about his relationship with her, he made it seem like they had a perfect relationship and that he really loved her. During this interview, she also asks him about Biggie's death and if he feels responsible, and this is what he said.
Do you ever feel responsible in any way? In any way?
I mean, the thing that I think I always feel some sort of, responsibility because I'm in this thing with him. You know what I'm saying? He's my artist, and he was supposed to go to London that night, and I let him talk me into not going to London and staying in LA, and that that's something that really bothered me throughout my life. Is sometimes you have to really go with that decision in your gut. And in my gut, I was like, you need to get on the plane, but sometimes when you don't listen to your gut, and this is God's world, it's his plan.
But if you go and check out Gene Deal's interviews, he was Diddy's former bodyguard back in the day, and he was there when Biggie died, and he says that Diddy was responsible.
So looking at everything that happened to Wendy after this interview, it really makes you wonder, did Diddy play a role in making her health issues worse? And how did Wendy's son, Kevin Jr., react to all this speculation linking Diddy to his mom's health issues? So to give you some context, Wendy's son previously alleged that some people in Wendy's team were pushing her to drink and allegedly gave her contracts to sign while she was under the influence. In June 2023, Kevin Jr. told the Sun, if they aren't providing it, they are definitely